All right, we know the Detroit Lions need help defensively. It was not good. We ranked 32nd in the NFL through most of the season. We were historically bad. Even when we turned things around, it still didn't make up for how bad we were early on the season when the Seahawks ran all over us. The Miami Dolphins, these are both at home, by the way. So we need help. We need help in the secondary is one area that I would love to see us get help. And help could be on the way. So the Detroit Lions are going to upgrade the defense. We know that. Brad Holmes has mentioned that in press conferences. He's like, oh, duh, right? Like, we're going to draft somebody. So I'm going to show you who we're looking at. Now, at the safety position, we know Tracy Walker. It will be coming back, but he had a, major injury, so don't know what that looks like. He says he's been doing good and should be available for OTAs. That seems pretty quick to me. He's not somebody we can just pencil right back in as a starter stud. Let's go. So you got Tracy Walker, you got Deshaun Elliott that maybe returns, maybe doesn't. So Aaron Glenn could be looking to a familiar face in the secondary because remember, Aaron Glenn has expressed the safety position is a big part of the defensive scheme. And right here, I even mentioned it. Remember, this was kind of when it all fell apart was when the Miami Dolphins just absolutely torched us. That's when we fired our secondary coach, Aubrey Pleasant. We now have a new cornerbacks coach, secondary coach, Andre Bly. So the secondary needs help. It's something that we've been really looking to do. So here's a free agent that keeps kind of getting linked to the Lions, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He's young. I thought he was 28, whatever. He's 24 years old. And so he could be a piece that we add. Now, the problem with him is that he's going to be expensive. He's a former Saint that goes to the Eagles, had a league high 6 interceptions for the Eagles in 2022. Now, just as a reminder, you go to our safeties here. Kirby Joseph, rookie, had a great rookie season. Still a rookie, going to be in his second year. Deshaun Elliott, pending free agent. Tracy Walker, hurt. Iffy. Let me know what your thoughts on Iffy. I was so excited about him coming out of Syracuse, big, strong. He's going to be a corner. He's going to be a safety. Hasn't done anything. CJ Moore, Brady Breeze. So you can see safety is such a big part of our secondary, a big part of our team that we need to address it. So I wouldn't mind spending big money in free agency. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on spending big money in free agency. It looks good, it feels good, but it usually is never good. They're overpriced and they're old. Either one of the two. So if we go after him, it kind of talks about his background, how he was with the Saints, with Aaron Glenn, with Dan Campbell. They got to see him when they drafted him. Then they made the trade to the Eagles. So here's what we would need to get Gardner-Johnson based off the contracts of similar free agents at his position and at his age. It would have to be a 5-year, $70 million contract, which is $14 million annually for the safety position. Now, remember, we gave DJ Chark 1 year, $10 million. So that 10 to 12 million is okay. You're going to go get somebody here a little bit premium spot. You go up 14, 15. That's a big time free agent. And at a 5-year deal, I don't see the Lions doing this. But if they did, I would be all for it. You go get a stud starting safety to fill the back end of your defense. Because again, you look at our depth chart, you got a rookie, an injured Tracy Walker, and a pending free agent in Deshaun Elliott. So obviously if that happens, Deshaun Elliott doesn't come back. You got Kirby Joseph and you fill that hole right there. Now you have Tracy Walker. Now you've got 3 good safeties. And then you don't have to worry about Iffy and CJ Moore and Brady. I mean, right? Those guys are not Will Harris. Will Harris did some time at safety, but we don't have at right now a good safety situation. If you get safety squared away, I think you can draft corner. I think you can get another linebacker. I think you can get a defensive lineman. But safety seems to be the position where doesn't it seem like the biggest bang for your buck? If you go get a safety, veteran safety that can play in Gardner-Johnson, it just feels like that would be outstanding. So I want to look at how old he is again. But yeah, you look at a versatile chess piece that roams the secondary, be a perfect fit for the Lions. So he's good ball hawk type stuff, like Kirby Joseph, but also can play the run a little bit better. Um, he's almost a better version than Deshaun Elliott. And so is he that much better though that you'd have to really break the bank to get him here? Because Deshaun Elliott, you're looking more for, I mean, geez, you could get him for three million a year versus the, what did we say? He's 25 years old. That's right. So he's 25 years old and that 14 million. So you're going to get him in the prime of his career from 25 to age 29 or whatever. You can cut him, do weird things at the end of his 5-year deal. So you wouldn't have the full 5 years, but ooh, $14 million seems like a lot, but at some point you have the money, and we have a lot of these rookie guys that haven't reached their payout day, right? We are still on rookie contracts. We still have, at some point you have to spend the money too. Like don't be afraid to spend the salary cap if it's there. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on that. I'm going to show you one other thing here, but real quick, what position should we address? Number one position that you want to see us fix, whether it's free agency, through the draft, within reason, spend whatever you need to get that position filled up. For me, it's safety. I would love to see that. I would love to see corner. I'd love to see any position on defense, really, except for defensive end. I'm pretty good with defensive end because we have Charles Harris maybe coming back. We've got some things on the defensive end where we don't need somebody, but interior defensive line, linebacker, corner, safety, any of those. What I don't want to see us do is just get a bunch of okay average guys. Give me one pop, one sizzle. Give me a stud safety. Gardner would be that one. Give me a stud linebacker that we go find. Give me, you know what I'm saying? And then the rest, yeah, fill in, trust Brad Holmes, trust the development. But I would really like to see us go big in one of those positions. So one other thing here is if you do look at our linebackers, they have James Houston here. We know he's up in the D line, but Malcolm Rodriguez and Alex Anzalone. This is where I would be okay with just another nice piece. Chris Board, man, when he came to us from the Ravens, he was really trying to break into the every down linebacker, and he never did. Never came close, really. Josh Woods, Chris Board, great on special teams. So, yeah, if you want to keep those guys. And then Derek Barnes just never, man, he had some plays, no question. He had some plays, but he's nerve-wracking when he's in there. And Anthony Pittman never really played. So you need another linebacker. That's where I'd be okay. Just add me a depth piece there if we're going to do that. But let's go splashy with secondary. Give me a guy. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. We'll see all of you on the next.